Some time ago I came here and talked about a spirit that is in one of my school buildings in which I work at. Now I don't work there anymore, but I still go to school there and have a contact to the people working in said school building. Now the spirit is doing a few things before I left, and I wasn't the only one who experienced those things. First of all, the spirit started calling people by their names. At least that's what happened to me. I wanted to leave the building to go home. I was the last one left, so I was tasked to lock all the doors when I suddenly heard someone calling my name. I first thought it was my coworker who had stayed a bit longer, but when I turned around, no one was there. The doors were all locked too. The last day of my work, I was sitting in our office alone, and I felt a weird surge of sadness. But it wasn't about me leaving. It was some kind of loneliness inside me that made me sad, but I didn't know how or why. That feeling would even get stronger after I heard my coworkers talking about how the building is going to be demolished so the students have more room for their break time. That feeling vanished as soon as I got home, and I had a feeling that the spirit didn't want them to leave them. I might go back from time to time, as I still go there to school for a year, and I hope that until the building is gone, I will have an opportunity to communicate with said spirit. I have another story. This one happened to my best friend though. He is a house painter by trade, and he and 3 other house painters had a contract to paint an old farmhouse in Middlesex County, Virginia. They were running behind and it was about 11 at night. They had already done the upstairs, and doing the upstairs they had pushed all the furniture of the main upstairs room into the middle of the room and covered it in a large drop cloth, then proceeded to paint the walls. It was about 11 at night, and they were busting ass to finish the job, and they were downstairs painting. All of a sudden, they heard a big commotion upstairs, a lot of banging. They thought that one of the other painters had gone upstairs, and they realized they were all still downstairs. They went upstairs to investigate, and found that all the furniture had been pushed out of the middle of the room back to its original places, and the drop cloth was sitting on the floor. They immediately went downstairs, packed up their shit, and left, and said they would never go back again at night. After that, when he went to the owner to get paid, he told the owner what had happened. The owner had just purchased the home. "Whatever you do, don't tell my wife." Well, they all were moved out within 6 months. My friend is very sensitive to spirits. One time he saw his dead father and his dead father's dog driving by his father's car in broad daylight. He turned around and followed, and then the car was gone. He also remembers seeing his dead neighbor looking out the window all the time. His friends did not believe it, so he took them and they saw it, and they freaked out and ran screaming. Also, at my marina, I see what people call shadow people. Just human shadows out of the corner of my eye. I don't know if I should be scared of them, but my wife refuses to be alone at night on the dock. The pictures I captured from the video that we took, but I'm not sure if you guys are interested in watching the videos, so at first I decided to start with some pictures. So for the questions, I can say some of the native people who know the place showed us the room and left there. It was around 1 to 2 a.m. we started the video. If I'm not wrong, and as you know, Iran is a Muslim country, and after 20 to 30 minutes of us staying there, with some flashlights lighting up the entrance door, one of my friends whose name is Armin, who knows the Quran very well, started reading some of the Quran, i.e., and he started to say that he sees something like shadow figures appearing at the entrance door, and the pictures are some of those that we saw right there. What led up to the event? Recently, we started going in haunted places and trying to capture some footage from there, and that was one of the places that we visited. What happened after the event? Actually, it was hard to sleep a bit. I don't know if it was related to what we did or what we were scared of, but nothing more. What equipment was used to capture the event? Some flashlights and a head camera, which was placed somewhere on our phones just to help us going live on social medias and maybe to use the flash and take pictures of them. When did it happen? The event itself was around 2 months ago and around 1 to 2 a.m. The reason I'm writing it right now is because I just found Reddit, so I thought you guys might like to see some of the videos and pictures that I've got. Was there a witness to the event? It was only our team. Is there any explanation? The story that I heard from the people out there was from many years ago, maybe around 100 years or something, and weird things started happening when the man of the family who lived there started to kill some cats. Maybe the cats were killing their chickens. And the native people told me the thing started some days after the guy killed the cats. And after about 3 to 4 months, they started to be so annoying. So they had to leave the place, and they never came back, and no one lived there after that. Was there an attempt to debunk it? I don't think so. Is there any background information that can provide of the area or surroundings? I explained that above already. If I found out these kind of topics are interesting for you guys, you will be infinite amount of these kind of pictures and videos and full explanation, because we are a group of young people who do these things in Iran. And as I said, we are new to Reddit. So I can just share my videos and pictures here for you guys. Thank you for reading these and watching the pictures. Thank you. See you around. First, let's start from context. I am a woman in her mid-20s. I'm mixed on both sides of my family, being mostly Polish and Jewish. I was born in Poland and currently live in my family home here, but before I lived in the UK since I was 18. Today in the morning, I was taking a shower. My family home was quite spacious apartment, so I used one of the bathrooms to take the shower. The shower we have is really big, as my mom is disabled and she sometimes needs to bring her chair to take a shower. It is made from 3 glass panels, 2 side ones and 1 door panel. When I was showering, I felt in a moment a strange feeling. It wasn't a bad nor a fear, but more like a peace. I always close the door with the key, so I was alone, but I felt watched. It was steamy, and then I saw that one of the panels there is a Hebrew letter, Bet. I tried to remove it, but I couldn't. I went out from the shower, and it turned out the letter was written from the outside. It looked like someone wrote it with their finger on the height of my face. When I brushed it with my hand, I felt nothing. I stopped feeling watched, but the peace feeling stayed inside me. Then I finished my shower, but I can't stop thinking about it. My family deeply believes in spirits, but they are not religious in any way. However, we moved to this apartment when I was 6, and strange things always happened here. I'm thinking it might be part of a message, and if so, what does it mean?